What's up, collective? It's your girl Sid, and welcome back to Savy, Sentient. If you are new here, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Interacting with the video does bring vibration to the channel and put some respect on that YouTube algorithm. If you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to rock with me and support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. So this is going to be your collective reading for March 7th through the 14th, okay? This is a non-sign specific reading. If the title resonated with you, then this reading is for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the video. But if you all are interested in personal readings, or to follow me on any of my other social media, or to join my Facebook group, all the information that you need is going to be in the description box below. So let's get into the reading. So during the meditative stage of this reading, the messages that came to me were through a song by Janelle Monáe called Sincerely Jane. The part that resonated with me was the part that says, "The way we live, the way we die, what a tragedy, I'm so terrified. Daydreamers, please wake up, we can't sleep no more." I was very aware of my third eye during this reading, during this meditation. And I really just feel like this is going to be a time of awakening for a lot of you. Going into the meditation, I felt like kind of a head spinning sensation. So this may be a confusing time for you, or that may have just been to bring awareness to my crown chakra. But at any rate, I feel like this is going to be a very spiritual time for a lot of you, and a time of awakening for you. If you're not resonating with this in a spiritual sense, there may be things in your life that are going to come into your awareness. There may be people whose intentions may come to your awareness. There may be situations that you just become more aware of and can see more clearly in this time, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the overall energy is for the reading. Spirit, what's the overall energy for this reading for the collective, March 7th through the 14th? Overall energy for the collective. All right. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. This is working on your foundations, putting a lot of hard work into it. Some of you all may need to put more hard work into your spiritual practices. You may become aware of how much work it's going to take to achieve your goals at this time. But let's look a little deeper into that. All right. Since this is a general reading, it can resonate for you in matters of love, finance, work, personal relationships, things like that. Take it how it resonates. This is a general collective reading, so every part of this may not resonate for you. Take what does, leave what does not. All right? Tell me about the recent past for the collective, please. One more shuffle. Recent past for the collective. 3 cards, please. 2 more, please. All right. Yeah, so in the recent past, well, let me go ahead and set all these cards out, but it definitely looks like there's been some deception that you have been agonizing over. Tell me about the present position. Okay. 3 came right out. And tell me about the near future, please. We dropped 1. 2 more, please. I seen the 4 of Pentacles flip, and I kept shuffling. Like, I seen it trying to come out, and I kept shuffling, and then it comes out. So it was meant to be here. So let's get into it, collective. All right, so in the recent past, we do have you agonizing over something with the 9 of Swords. I think this was due to some type of deception when it comes to things that you're passionate about. It could have been a person that you're passionate about. It could have been your career as well. So we have the Five of Swords. There was some type of mental conflict, some type of battle that you had to fight. You could have been battling with yourself. It could have also been someone trying to get ahead or trying to get somewhere with you, trying to get into this King of Wands energy, but using a way that was deceptive. You could personally be dealing with someone who is a Leo, Sag, or Aries energy. But whatever the situation is, it caused you a lot of stress. And I really feel like it's either you taking deceptive action to gain this type of status, or someone else taking deceptive action to gain this type of status, and it's causing you stress, okay? That was in your recent past. In the present, there's even more conflict, arguing, could also be brainstorming, but there's some type of disruption happening in the present energy, and you are putting an end to it with the Death card, okay? You're putting that to an end, and this could be in reference to some type of connection that you have, some type of collaborative effort that you are a part of, all right? Also, this conflict could be birthing some new collaborative effort where you feel more supported, where you feel like the people involved are more in alignment with who you are, versus the past where I don't think that you necessarily felt like the people involved were in alignment with you, and it was so much deception in order to get to a place of status. Whereas in this situation, it's like everyone working together towards a common goal. In the past, it was like every man for themselves. Okay. In the near future, we have you rushing towards something as the Knight of Swords. Okay, but we also have the Four of Pentacles, which is a miserly type energy, holding back. So it's like for some of you, you want to rush towards something. It's like that's what you want to do, but what you're actually doing is being very Four of Swords and holding back. But whatever it is that you're trying to rush towards, or that you want to rush towards, it's something that's going to bring you happiness, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance. Okay. So I want to clarify that Four of Pentacles, because if you know that this thing is going to make you happy and you want to rush towards it, why aren't you? Four of Pentacles, please. We got the Knight of Pentacles showing his face. I feel like you're not rushing towards it because even though you want to rush, you feel like it takes a little bit more calculation, planning to get to where you're going, but you're in a rush to get there. But you know better. You know that it's going to take more time. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands, but it's something that you're very passionate about and you do want to rush towards. So yeah, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, which are both fast, rapid energies. And this is something that you're very passionate about. But with the Knight of Pentacles showing his face, I believe that is something that you know is going to take a little bit more planning, a little bit more time. And so you want to approach it a little bit more smart, okay? The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, they're really like YOLO type of energies, whereas the Knight of Pentacles is like a very thought out type of energy. All right, so let's go ahead and get some Moonology cards for you all. Moonology. What messages do we have for the collective? What messages do we have for the collective? This is just for the collective. 2 more, please. Whoa. 1 more, please. Okay. All right, so the first card that we have coming out is Prosperity Lies Ahead, which the Sun card represents. So it's just reaffirming that there is going to be some growth, some prosperity for you in the future. We also have the Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back card. All right. So like I said, in the recent past, it seems like there was a lot of conflict, a lot of deception that caused a lot of anxiety. It was very dog-eat-dog type of energy. And then even into the present, there was some conflict, but you finally decided that you had to put that to rest and to put more energy into connections that feed you and that you are more in alignment with. So I feel like you're needing to release the past energy, the conflict, the competitive energies, and surrender to the divine, okay? All right, so surrender to what's in alignment with you. The 3 of Pentacles here could be you. If this is on some spiritual shit, like this could be you getting your mind, body, and spirit on one accord and surrendering to the process that is happening now for you. And instead of rushing into it like either of these nights, you need to hold back a little bit and just let it happen, okay? Stop trying to force it and let it happen, okay? And that's what's going to bring you into some type of abundance, all right? For some of you all that this may be in reference to love, we're going to do some love oracles. Like I always say, these oracles resonate in other areas as well, so take it as it resonates. Do 1 more shuffle, please. 3 cards for the collective, please. 3 cards for the collective, please. Okay, so the first card we have coming out is a card of addiction. This is codependent energy, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block and restraint. I feel like with the Surrender to the Divine card coming out and all of the past energies, I feel like control is a bit of an issue that you all are dealing with when it comes to the situation, whatever the situation is. And it's time for you to surrender, to release, to let go, to not, I mean, even with the 4 of Pentacles here, you're holding on to something. So you may need to just let go, release, and stop trying to control the situation. Let it happen as it needs to. We also have the Phoenix, which is a new phase. Rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and change mind. So yes, this is going to be a time of transformation. All you have to do is surrender to the process to see the abundance come into your life. Like I said, like stop trying to hold on to, some of you all may be trying to hold on to not necessarily the past, but some of your old patterns. And instead, you need to be releasing those and surrendering those to come into your period of abundance. All right. And then we do have the Self-Indulgence card, which is focused on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So remember, in the beginning of this reading, I said that you may be coming into a time of awakening if this is a spiritual situation for you. In that awakening, you may come to find or see the parts of you that need to be healed, the parts of you that are not easy to look at. You may find yourself focusing on them and trying to heal them instead of trying to avoid them. That may be what has been causing your conflict in the past. That may have been what was causing your anxiety in your late nights, in your nightmares. There may be issues of the past that you need to release before you can come into this period of abundance with the sun. All right, let's get some rebel. Don't drag them too hard, rebel. What do they need to hear? What does the collective need to hear right now? What's the message? One more shuffle, please. Message for the collective. One more, please. Okay. Period. So the first card that comes out says shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. So stop holding on, y'all. In the near future, some of y'all are still holding on to something, and you need to let that shit go so that you can come into your period of abundance. All right. The next card you got says fuck. Shit is about to get real. Fuck. You need your people around you. So as you come into the situation where you're realizing, having these realizations, where you're having these awakenings, you may need the support of people who are close to you, who have been supportive to you. Not new people, not new friends, not fake friends, but your A1s, okay? Your day ones, okay? You may need their support right now. As you come into this period of awakening, as you start doing some shadow work, as you start peeling away the layers of yourself and seeing the things that you're trying to hide. It may be hard. It may be emotionally draining for you. And this is why you're going to need people that you can count on to be there to support you in this time, okay? The last one says, get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. All right. In the recent past, you've lost a lot of sleep. Just dealing with the deception, the sneakiness that you may have incurred trying to win, or with someone else trying to win or have one up on you. With all the conflict in the present, and even with the death that you may be experiencing here in the present could be the death of your ego. And yeah, with these two cards, I'm seeing if this is on some spiritual, if this is a spiritual mood for you, you may be experiencing the death of your ego in this time, and then coming into a period of enlightenment where your mind, body, and spirit are finally on one accord. And you're really getting your spiritual journey popping at this point. Like, that may be why the Knight of Swords is here and you're rushing into this. It's happening faster than you expected. So you're trying to hold on to something with your Four of Pentacles because it's happening faster than you thought. But in the end, you're gonna be enlightened, okay? You're gonna have happiness. You're gonna have abundance. So that's for some of you all who this is a spiritual message for. Okay, let's get some advice. Advice for the collective, and then we'll do some postcards from Spirit. One more shuffle, please. What is the advice moving into this new phase of life? Advice. Two more, please. Okay, so some of you all, okay, so we have the Two of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles again. Remember, the Eight of Pentacles is what led the reading. So it's time for you all to make a head over heart decision to finally explore, to finally dive in, to finally spark some new inspiration, to bring some type of new growth into a place that may felt barren for you, which could be your inner environment. You could be feeling like there's nothing there. You could have feel like emotionally you've lost everything, but there's still life there. If you look at the Page of Wands, on her staff, all around her. Everything is naked. There's no life anywhere except on her staff. There are a few buds, okay? There are a few leaves growing. So there's still something inside of you, all right? There's still seeds that can be grown in this time. And it's time for you to make a head over heart decision to explore these things. Explore the things that are that you're trying to hide from and get to work on them. All right. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's time for you to get to work. All right. This is a process that may be difficult. I'm not going to stop saying that. Enlightenment is a difficult process, but it's a process that is 120,000% worth it in the end. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some postcards from Spirit. One more shuffle for you. All right. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the collective. Do one more, please. Too many. One more, please. All right. All right. So the very first postcard that we have from Spirit says, "Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have, choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them the prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever." And that is on period. I feel like that message totally embodies this reading. So if you need to, rewind and hear that message again. All right. Stop trying to be what everyone else wants you to be. Don't hold on to images or appearances of your previous self or who people think you to be. Be your authentic self. That's what's going to bring you into abundance. All right. The next card you have says, "Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We do not want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you still remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you and sending love always and forever." All right, so like I said before, some of y'all may be experiencing an ego death. Some of you all may have to focus now on yourself and the L's that you have taken in the past, okay? This is the time to heal. To heal, you have to acknowledge the pain in the first place, okay? You cannot heal something that you don't think exists. So now is the time to break your heart wide open, as this card says, and feel the feels and then heal that shit. Okay. Doing all of this is going to bring you into a stage of rebirth. And as that new person that you become, you're going to be more enlightened and you're going to be more elevated. That is part of the Fool's journey. We go through these cycles in life repeatedly, and each time we go through the cycle, we're more enlightened and more elevated people. Okay? So, collective, that's been your reading for this week. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know how in the comments. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in your life. I love to read it. Okay? And so until the very next time I read for you all, collective, which will be next week, I'm wishing you all love, light, and everything right. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.